How's it, everyone? Welcome to the second installment of Studio 2.0. So, in today's episode, it's going to be a fun one. I'm going to be building one of the first sets, which is my desk, because that's the first thing I need in the studio. I need somewhere to sit and work from. And that brings us to today's video sponsor, Vanguard PCs. So, Vanguard PCs and Kruger Gaming have been kind enough to sponsor a lot of the tech that we're going to see in today's build. So without further ado, let's dive into it. The first thing we have to set up is our desk, and this is the Dermis 120 RGB gaming desk. So I kind of had a glimpse of this at Rage, and I'm super excited to set this up. So without further ado, let's dive into it. And there we go, table built. So this, as I mentioned, is the Dermis 120. So 120 centimeters wide, 78 centimeters high, and 60 centimeters deep. As you can see, it has RGB, and more specifically, it has USB 2.0 or 3.0, sorry, two USB 3.0s and a USB Type-C. You can check out full review, but now onto the chair. So now this is the Fusion SF gaming chair. And I mean, I've sat in office chairs all of my life. So I'm really excited to actually have a dedicated gaming chair to sit down and work in. Let's get to building it. And now, here we go. My chair is built. My Fusion SF. Okay, wait now. So that unlocks it. Oh my god. And this is a comfy chair. But it's not complete without the headrest or the neck rest. Wow. So this sort of straps in. Good. That's not the headrest. That's the backrest. This is the headrest. There we go. So this one. Puts it over there. Oh, there we go. And this one. And there we go. So we have lumbar support and neck support. So I can sit at my desk and just relax. This is a very, very cool chair. So just some key features. So remember that this is a gaming chair. So apart from the neck and back support, your wrists can lift to raise your hands up, so that when you're comfortable gaming, go down, and then you can also tilt inward so that your arms have a rest as well as outward for whatever reason. Right, and then obviously the normal up, down, backrest, further and lower, further. Ooh, there we go. That's comfy. Yeah, but stay tuned for the full review of this. So we've built the desk and the chair, but that's not the end, because there's a whole lot more to come into this corner, and not just in terms of design. There's more to come to this desk itself. So let's carry on with that. Okay, so now that the desk and chair has been built, right, that setup's not complete yet. But in terms of building, I have one more piece of furniture to build, which is a 5-tier standing shelf, which is just for trinkets and stuff to sit on. So let's go ahead and build that up. So there we have it. There's the builds for tonight. But video is not over yet. Tomorrow we have to furnish this whole setup. Last round of drilling on this side done. We have staggered 4 shelves, all different sizes. A little funny story with the shelves. When I initially purchased it, it had like a bright wood finish, or wood panels that went here. After I purchased it and then we put the wallpaper, I realized, oh damn, and that was with the whole debacle of out of stock, in stock, and that whole story. I realized, oh damn, it's going to be wood on wood. So I swapped the shelves out for these black wood shelves, which look so much more sleeker on this reclaimed wood. Yeah, so that's that. Then on this wall, currently we are on standby because we're trying to figure out some lighting to go up on this. So who knows, maybe you might see some hex panels in one of the next installments where we're doing the lighting of the entire studio. So for now, that's this test done. So did you think it was over? It's far from that, especially with today's video sponsor, Vanguard PCs. So they hooked us up with the Dermis 120 desk as well as the Fusion SF gaming chair, and I must say both are absolutely incredible. The desk has AIO built into it, and this chair, I mean, is just so comfortable just to sit even. But when they heard that we are building out this new studio, the guys at Vanguard PCs, especially Quentin, were like, let us hook you up. And they have done exactly that. So let's get to building out our desk setup. So to quickly go through what the guys have hooked us up with, right? Everything's Endorphi. So starting out, they've hooked us up with an Atlas single screen mount for our screen, and we're gonna add that just now. They've hooked us up with the Viro Infra, which is a gaming headset, 3.5mm. Then they've also hooked us up with the Solemn Voice S with the streaming boom arm to go with it, and they hooked us up with the TOC TKL mechanical gaming keyboard, the Gem Plus mouse, as well as the TOC TKL palm rest, so your palms are comfortable when you are doing your gaming. Without further ado, let's set this up. Right, so before we actually, and the first thing we're going to set up is my Atlas screen mount. But before we actually set that up, this desk, apart from it coming with AIO, it also has a cable tray underneath, or more like a cable organizer. So there's a plug point underneath there, and I'm going to hook this multi-plug up to that plug point so that we can power everything that's going to go on our desk. So something else that we're going to run is this 10-meter HDMI cable. And this 10-meter HDMI cable, you're not really going to see it because it's going to be in the trunking on the floor. and this is going to connect from the desk. So basically anything on the desk, whether it's my laptop, whatever, can also project to this TV screen that we're going to have in the other set. So I'm going to run this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to set up is our display mount, right? And this is a Versa mount, 75 by 75, 100 by 100. Straightforward installation. It can carry displays up to 8 kgs. This is solid metal design. It has a 35-degree tilt and 2-year warranty, and supports a maximum display size of up to 27 inches. So, wow. Okay. There's the instructions. So our screen is the Asus ROG Strix, the XG27AQ, right? So right now it's on a stand, but all we have to do is change off the stand. So while I'm back here, let me hook up the power, and I will put that in our cable organizer. What you will also notice is that our screen mount also came for a clip to sort of hold down cables, and put this up here. So that's our screen done, right? Before we put any of our other peripherals down, I actually want to add something else that we've purchased, right? So I purchased this off Takealot. So I purchased this off Takealot, right? And it's basically like a screen riser or an under screen thing. And main reason, obviously, I purchased it for the drawers that I can keep my bits and bobs in, USBs, whatever. And then on top of that, when I set up my keyboard can just literally slide underneath this. So, for example, here now, I could just literally slide the keyboard underneath it when I'm not using it, and then I have more desk space to work with. Okay, so it's actually the next day right now, and what I realized was, hey, you know what, Preshaan, we should be doing some unboxing videos rather than just setting everything up like this. So I went ahead, recorded the unboxings and everything, and now let's continue setting it up, right? So we adjusted this a little bit, and now it's perfect where it needs to be. And we have our riser with the cupboards or with the drawers, and my dock here connected to the screen for my MacBook, right, which connects via Type-C. There we go. So now the next thing we're going to set up is the Solemn Voice S from Endorphi, and with that we're going to be setting up the streaming boom arm. So starting out with the streaming boom arm, so don't stress it, anything you've seen here is going to be reviewed fully, as well as there's going to be a lot of social media content. So the streaming boom arm, what I find really cool is the fact that the boom arm has the cable built into the arm. So on one end you have the cable coming out, and then the other end you have for the mic. So we are going to insert this back there. We need to pull the table away from the wall. And then we're gonna insert our mic arm in here. Right, and then the cable now from here can get routed to my desk. Right, now on this end you can see we have our footing, and that's where, so with the streaming boom arm you also have the ability of using a 3/8 inch screw or a 5/8. So we are using a 3/8 for this, but you also have the 5/8 adapter as well. So coming to the Solemn Voice S, this is a cardioid streaming microphone with a USB plug-in Type-C, gain control, LED control indicator, headphone jack for you to listen to your audio as well. And again, full reviews on our channel and social media. So the Solemn Voice S could be set up as a desk microphone, but so with the desk microphone you have Type A to Type C that you could connect it, but because we have obviously the streaming arm, all we have to do is disconnect the base plate and then we hook this up to our microphone. There we go. And now once that's been done, we can hook up our Type-C, and then there we go. We have our streaming microphone that we can use to do voiceover, whatever, and then conveniently place it back where it needs to be. Oh, cable. So now that our microphone is complete, you know that audio always goes together. So with this, we are then going to set up our Viro Infra, which is our headphones. So let's get going with our headphones. Again, guys, full review, social content available on our platforms or coming soon. Here we have the Endorphi Viro Infra, and this is a gaming headset, absolutely amazing, braided cable, 3.5mm jack here, so that means I can plug it into the mic and hear the voice, and twists, opens wide, and you can adjust the height. The Viro Infra, right? This plugs, all these things are plugging into my dock. The Viro Infra has a 50mm driver. It has precise, accurate audio through it, a durable aluminium frame, which we've already seen, inline audio control, so you can control your volume and your microphone built into this. So with this, I'm actually jumping ahead of myself, you have a microphone that you could use. So basically take the microphone, plug it in, there we go, mic check, and we're good to game. So that's our headphones, and it also comes with a 3.5mm to dual stereo, basically microphone and headphone converter as well with this, right? Soft breathable earpieces, detachable mic that we can choose to use whenever we want to, and yeah, I mean, full review coming soon, but this is absolutely awesome. And I think the place that this is going to stay is on my mic arm as well. So now we've got our microphone and our headphones. Let's get to the main peripherals. Starting off with the mouse. Okay, so now that we have our microphone and our headphones sorted, let's go ahead and set up our main peripherals, starting with the mouse. So our mouse is the gaming mouse from Endorphi, the Gem Plus. So the Gem Plus is an ultra light gaming mouse. Got a important letter from the CEO. Got a couple of stickers to go with my mouse, the manual, and then we have the main item itself. So the mouse itself has RGB color. So the mouse itself is RGB color lit. It's ultra lightweight, being 67 grams, right? It has 19,000 maximum DPI and mechanical switches, Kali GM 8.0 ATM mechanical switches, and 6 programmable buttons on the device, and a paracord cable. The cable is braided as well, and I mean, I've used light mouses before, but this is light on next level, and you would understand that because I mean, it's a gaming mouse. After our mouse, you can definitely guess what's coming next. That is our mechanical gaming keyboard. And our keyboard is the Endorphi TOC TKL mechanical gaming keyboard. Again, full review coming very, very soon. But for now, here's what you need to know. Alright, it's an RGB keyboard with mechanical Kali red switches. Alright, PBT double shot keycaps, and you actually have the ability of changing the keycaps with some of the other keycaps that Endorphi sells. Right? So coming out right now is our keyboard, TOC TKL. You have macro functionality, N-key rollover, as well as the 2-year warranty, which comes with basically every single device that you've seen here today. And in the full review, I will show you, I will also show you some of the other keycaps that you can get for this device. So stay tuned for that. Here we have it, the TOC TKL. Anyway, that aside, so it's type C to type A. So you can take this and then plug it in the back of this. And the one thing that I like and I find interesting about this is that they've put the port of this underneath, so it's very hidden. But more especially, you have the key remover built into the back of the keyboard. So if you ever have to remove the keys, that's built in. And actually, here we go. On screen. There's our keycap removed, and then we can also remove the keys themselves. And then if I wanted to put it back, all I would need to do is, there we go. So I'll run this underneath as well. I will neaten all of that, but this is one of the main reasons that I wanted this sort of stand for the desk to hide peripherals underneath, so they're not necessarily on the way. But we aren't done with the keyboard just yet, because apart from just the keyboard, Vanguard PCs have also sent us the top palm rest. So for those of us that type for long periods of time, programmers and even gamers, you can buy this, and the way that it works is that you have magnets that you would install under the keyboard, and that will then basically allow you to magnetically attach the keyboard or the palm rest for your gaming, right, or your typing or whatever. And it's just a PU finish wrist rest to basically make your hands resting here more comfortable, and obviously elevate it a little bit so it's more optimal for typing and all of those things. So here you have it. This is what we're going to call our desk set, but it isn't necessarily complete just yet. Like how I mentioned, we need to populate all of this, so we're going to do that next. But the desk itself, I mean, a big shout out to today's video sponsor, Vanguard PCs. They were absolutely amazing. I mean, they hooked us up with the desk, the chair, and all of the peripherals. And don't get me wrong, right? As much as I like my setup with my MacBook and everything else, this is a productive setup, and it's very much a simple use case for what we have. But ideally, for this desk setup, I would like my own custom built PC here that's hooked up to a dual screen setup and everything like that. But for now, we'll make do with what we have, and I think this is absolutely perfect, from our mic to our headphones, and we can do our voiceovers, edit our videos, as well as get some gaming in with our gaming peripherals and everything. So a big shout out to today's video sponsor, Vanguard PCs. But without further ado, let's continue with the video.